Hi everybody, welcome to today's reading. Today's spirit talks about letting go of control. So you may have been feeling like things were a little bit slippery, things weren't exactly going the way that you wanted them to, but this is part of the Mercury retrograde that is happening right now. We're not in the full effect of Mercury retrograde, we're in a very much Mercury slowing down. So if we were looking at it, it would start to seem like it was going a little bit backwards and we're like, what's happening? And that's that sense of energy that we have right now. You may feel like things are out of sync, you're not really sure what's happening and why it's happening, but Spirit is saying to allow this energy to take its path and to use your wisdom to move forward and to step into that place of patience and perseverance this weekend and just chill out instead of trying to let everything go exactly how you're wanting it to. Just allow yourself to have an action plan that may not involve very much at all this weekend in particular. So you know the deal. Today I pick one card for each of the months and the reading for you is the month of your birthday. So we'll start in April because April is the beginning of the energy year. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and one for everyone. So this card is letting you know that in a lot of respects you are worrying about absolutely nothing. This woman is running away from what she thinks is a ghost in a cemetery, and let me tell you now that people, when you pass over, you do not want to live in a paddock full of rotting bodies and bones and stones. So you'll definitely be not in a cemetery. So probably a little bit unnecessary to be worrying about whatever you're worrying about. That is what that card is saying. So April babies. Spirit says that she's going like, oh, I can't think what I need, what I want. And yet who's there? This is Mercury. This is Mercury himself. And he is like trying to communicate with you in this, like, we're moving away from the new moon, but it's still, he's trying to give you some ideas. He's trying to inspire you. So just because you're not meant to do anything or take control at the moment doesn't mean that you can't do something inspirational and interesting. May babies. May babies, you might be feeling a little bit frustrated with the directions that things are going in, but Spirit is saying that energy is about to change. This is about a good time to be outside and doing stuff that helps you kind of shake off that negative energy that's been weighing you down. June babies. June babies, she's stressing as well. She's got this upside down moon on her head. She's thinking about things that don't necessarily exist, illusions. She's ruminating on things that may or may not ever happen. And Spirit is saying the responsibility feels really intense for you. This is a part of, particularly around community or family, not so much relationships, but there's the sense of, I can't stop what's happening. And Spirit's like, yeah. So why are you worrying about it? Because if you can't fix it, why do you need to do something about it right now? So I step back from that. July babies. July babies, you are tending to feel that you are responsible and you're not in control. So therefore, the detail is really starting to bother you. So there's a real definite sense of ruminating about things to the point where it's actually making you feel quite unwell. Is that useful? Nope. So choose to look in a different direction. So, do a meditation, go for a walk. Like some people don't meditate, but they'll sit quietly and have a cup of tea. They'll go for a walk, they'll go for a run, they'll exercise somehow. But there's all different ways of releasing that tension that you might be feeling in your body. August babies. This one is letting you know you've been a little bit of a workaholic and you've been focusing on what needs to be done, and yet the door over here is open. So Spirit is saying take some time out, and that's going to work out really well for you. You again have been worrying about the detail, and Spirit is getting this task list completed in an unreasonable amount of time is just ridiculous. So just pause and take some time out. September babies. You know, I think weirdly enough, this card today is actually saying, like, apart from the fact that the worst is over or whatever you've been stressing about is not going to occur, I also feel impressed to say that this weekend may have unpleasant weather, or weather that's not about laying around in the sun and having a barbecue. So I feel like this is a time to sort of huddle under the blankie on the couch and just chill out and enjoy this kind of self-healing moment that you have to just completely put time aside and enjoy it instead of thinking about what you could or should have been doing. October babies. Well, October babies, this is letting you know that a change is occurring. It feels very thought provoked, right? Like you decided, and when you decide it feels good. It's when we sit back and let fate happen that it can feel really ugly. So Spirit is saying whatever you have decided on, whatever you're thinking about in regard to real estate changes, rent a new house, whatever it is, buying a house, whatever it is, it actually feels really good. Spirit's like, yeah, do that, it's gonna be good. November babies. Yeah, so you cards are, you know, aligning here. This is definitely letting me know that getting outside and put your hands on the earth or doing something outside instead of inside will help you feel like you're feeling more connected instead of it being a job or a task. It's actually going to feel like, oh, this is kind of fun. Okay, so do that. December babies. December babies, this card always reminds us that other people impact how we're feeling about other people. You know, someone says, "Oh, this person, this," or whatever, and you're like, "They did." You just like it. Just somehow makes you feel like you don't have any control of this other person who keeps impacting in your life. And Spirit's like, just remember that you don't have control of how they're impacting in your life. So don't focus on it, because when you give it energy, it gives it more energy and it keeps doing that thing, whatever that thing is. So Spirit is encouraging you to not try and control something outside of yourself. Instead, just focus on the ones that are more important to you. January babies. They're all about control. They've all got this symbol on, don't they? There's this symbol here. It's all about control. And again, the upside down moon, stressing about things. And Spirit is like, just let it go. Like, just, you're overthinking it. It doesn't have to be that way. And I really dislike that statement, let it go, because it's quite annoying. But Spirit is saying that all of those fears, all that ruminating that you're doing is let that go. Let the ruminating, let the fears, let the worries, let the stress be like, you know what? Breathe in, breathe out. Just don't need it. February. There's an opportunity that's there for you, but you're so, you know, in a rush that you look like you might miss it. So I remember someone saying to me once, you know, opportunities are slippery little suckers. If you don't notice them, you completely miss them and they just swoosh on by. So Spirit is encouraging you to make sure you're noticing the opportunities and not blocking opportunities by thinking about the bad things that can happen if you do that. You know, if this, then that, look, just go for it. March babies. You know, March babies, this card is letting you know that your self-esteem, your confidence is being blocked by past history stories. So, you know, that might sound easy to be like, you know, well, don't let it bother you, just let it go. But because it's so in depth in you, it's the little you that's going like, yeah, but what about? And so Spirit is saying, acknowledge it. Take a moment, pause, notice, think about the stress that you're feeling, think about the trauma, the you know, like when something happens that reminds you or puts that in that space, puts you in that space that reminds you of the intensity of something that you experienced in the past. It's not the same. It just had the same feeling, so you don't need to respond in the same way. So on that note, have a wonderful weekend.